What if the Blue Jays front office has been playing chess while everyone else has been playing checkers? While the baseball world fixates on Kyle Tucker's $400 million asking price and Bichette's uncertain future, Toronto just revealed a strategic masterpiece that nobody saw coming. This isn't desperation. This is dynasty building at its finest. And it could transform the Blue Jays from World Series runners-up into a perennial championship powerhouse for the next decade. Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome to Jays Quick News, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Blue Jays updates. Today, we're unpacking a seismic shift in the Blue Jays championship blueprint that proves this organization isn't just trying to win in 2026, they're architecting sustained dominance. Have you been paying attention to what Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro are building? Because what just happened with Alex Bregman reveals a front office operating at an elite strategic level. Before we dive into the championship implications, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this offseason is about to get even wilder. Late Thursday night, MLB, Com's Mark Feinsand dropped news that sent shockwaves through baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays and Arizona Diamondbacks are the two most aggressive clubs pursuing Alex Bregman in free agency. Let me repeat that. The most aggressive. Not interested, not monitoring. Aggressive. This is the same Blue Jays organization that just secured Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to a historic 14-year, $500 million extension in April. The same team that signed Dylan Cease to a 7-year, $210 million deal, and Tyler Rogers to a 3-year, $37 million contract. The Blue Jays aren't window shopping. They're building something unprecedented. Alex Bregman opted out of his 3-year, $120 million contract with Boston after delivering exactly what the Red Sox needed in 2025. 273, 360, 462, with 18 home runs, 62 RBIs, and elite clubhouse leadership across 114 games. Yes, a quad injury cost him about 6 weeks, but that's the only reason his power numbers dipped from his typical 23-plus homer pace. More importantly, Bregman extended his postseason streak to 9 consecutive years. 9 years of October baseball. That's not luck, that's a winning formula. But here's what makes this strategic brilliance. The Blue Jays aren't choosing between Bregman, Tucker, or Bichette. They're creating optionality. They're positioning themselves to land the best combination of talent, regardless of how other dominoes fall. That's championship architecture. That's how you sustain success. Let's talk about what makes the Bregman pursuit genius-level roster construction. The Blue Jays just came within 2 outs of a World Series championship with one of baseball's most elite defensive units. They won back-to-back Team Gold Gloves in 2023 and 2024. That defensive foundation is their identity. And Alex Bregman? He fits that identity perfectly while elevating it to an even higher level. Bregman won the Gold Glove Award in 2024 at third base, posting elite defensive metrics with the Astros. His 2025 numbers dipped slightly to +3 outs above average, but context matters. He was playing through that quad issue and adjusting to a new team. Over the past 5 seasons, Bregman ranks +18 in OAA. That's top 10 among all third basemen. When healthy, he's a Gold Glove caliber defender, period. Now imagine this infield. Bregman at third, Andres Gimenez at shortstop or second base. Ernie Clement, who just set an MLB record with 30 postseason hits and led baseball with 22 defensive runs saved in 2025, playing wherever needed. Guerrero locked in at first base on that $500 million extension. That's not just an infield. That's a defensive fortress that could lead baseball in runs, prevented for the next 5 years. And defensive excellence wins championships. Just ask the 2025 Blue Jays, who nearly proved that in Game 7. Gimenez, by the way, is the 3-time reigning AL Gold Glove winner at second base. Manager John Schneider calls him the best infielder in baseball. Despite missing significant time with an ankle injury in 2025, Gimenez still posted 9 DRS and 10 OAA, best in the AL. Healthy for a full 2026 season, Gimenez gives the Blue Jays arguably the best defensive second baseman on the planet. Add Bregman's championship pedigree, and suddenly you have an infield that opposing offenses will struggle to solve night after night. Here's where the Blue Jays' strategy separates them from other big spenders. Every move they're making feeds into a cohesive championship ecosystem. They're not collecting all-stars. They're building complementary excellence. Cease gives them a top-of-rotation ace who averaged 13, 1 strikeouts per 9 innings from 2022-2024. Rogers provides late-inning stability with a career .288 ERA. Guerrero's extension locks in a generational offensive talent through his age 40 season. And Bregman, he's the missing link that ties everything together. Since 2016, only 5 players have posted an OPS plus of at least 115 in 9 or more seasons. Freddie Freeman, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, and Alex Bregman. That's Hall of Fame level consistency. That's someone you can pencil into the middle of your lineup for the next half decade, knowing he'll produce. In an era where offensive consistency is increasingly rare, Bregman represents reliability. His career 133 WRC plus means he's been 33% better than league average throughout his entire career. You don't find that kind of track record often. But it's more than statistics. Bregman brings 2 World Series rings, 9 consecutive playoff appearances, and a reputation as one of baseball's elite leaders. The Red Sox specifically targeted him in 2024-25 because they needed someone to set the clubhouse tone. Guess what? It worked. Boston returned to the playoffs after missing in 2023. Now imagine that leadership combined with Guerrero's superstar presence, Gimenez's work ethic, and Clement's October heroics. And that's a culture built to win repeatedly. Let's address the elephant in the room. Can the Blue Jays afford Bregman? Absolutely. And here's why this matters. Bregman is seeking a long-term deal in the range of 6 years at around $150-175 million. Toronto's payroll is already projected around $272 million for 2026, well above the competitive balance tax threshold. But here's the key. George Springer, 25 imp-course, Kevin Gausman, 25, and Yimi Garcia, 9 Nallers all come off the books after 2026. That's $59 million in immediate salary relief.